Okay, one of the key issues with drugs is remember that there are some therapeutic effects, the effects that we actually want to achieve by taking the drug. But then there are also these side effects and sometimes even toxic effects, effects that can actually cause significant damage actually if you take too much of the drug. So we could talk about, let's say an opiate drug like morphine, for example, or codeine. The therapeutic effect of codeine, remember, is reduction in pain, is analgesia, right? So let's say this is our, graph of the dose of codeine, right, or dose of morphine, and here's the pain reduction, right, along this axis. So here is our, our threshold dose would be around here. Here's our ED50, right, our half maximal dose. Here's the maximal, effect up here, and then there's a toxic effect of these opiate drugs too. Respiratory depression. It makes it more difficult to breathe, right? It suppresses breathing. But note that the toxic effect, you'll reach the half maximal toxic effect, in terms of suppression of breathing, at a higher dose, right, than you will the half maximal effect for, pain reduction. And what you really want for a drug, right, is a great big separation between these two lines, right? You want the drug to be more potent when it comes to your therapeutic effect. You want to take a small amount, right, to get like to your ED50, your half maximal, reduction in pain, let's say, right? And you want to have to administer a great deal more until you start, producing toxicity with this substance. So this TD50 is sort of analogous to the ED50. It's the dose at which 50% of the population experiences a toxic effect. It's like the half maximal toxic dose, right? And if you look in a compendium of various drugs, if you're comparing various drugs for various therapeutic purposes, you'll get a value that's called the therapeutic index. And this is a very useful number. It basically is the TD50, right? The half maximal toxic effect or dose for toxic effect, right? Over the ED50. Okay, this is the therapeutic effect that you actually want. And what you want is a high number. You want a therapeutic index that's up there because you really want to have to take a pretty big dose, right, to get to that half maximal, toxic effect. So this is what's known as the therapeutic index, and it's a very useful guide to, choosing drugs.